Welcome back to DHN. So we're going to talk a little Shiba Inu. I said it was coming, especially with stories like this one. There's a blockchain on the way, and I'm interested. Now you got me interested. You know we like to talk about utility over here, and something that I've noticed about Shiba Inu is they have a particular focus on the shopping aspect. Low, real small value micropayments even. All right, now I haven't been digging into Shib, but I have been listening. Shiba Inu makes it up the headlines pretty quick every time they do something. But right now the community is kind of split. There's a little bit confusion on what this is really going to be, what it's going to contribute. So let's clear the air a little bit. Now, as previously covered by the Crypto Basic, the new blockchain will solely focus on SHIB, enabling users to pay fees with a pegged version of the asset. Kind of concerning. I'm curious how that setup is going to look. The announcement led to speculation that the new chain would be a fork of an existing blockchain or even a fork of a forked blockchain. I assure you, I've read through this. That's not the case, guys. It's actually very good news for Shiba Inu. And yeah, now let's keep rolling because I highlighted the key points here. What stood out to me, what really had me interested. The new network will be a layer 1 blockchain that operates independently with its own consensus and security model. That's very key. All right. That puts it in not a league of its own, but in a very different conversation. Okay. The blockchain will have a rock solid use case that will help it gain appeal in a highly competitive crypto landscape. Notably, the new planned blockchain differs from the Shibarium network, which is a layer 2 built on Ethereum. Shibarium uses bone tokens as gas for transactions. Shib Association's new blockchain will use a pegged version of Shiba Inu. Yeah, like I said, the pegged version, I'm curious to see how that rolls out. I've been in this space for a little bit of time, and when I see pegged versions of anything, it makes me a bit nervous. But this next section kind of, it calmed that. The new blockchain is going to ensure low fees, SHIB burns, and fairer rewards. That burn part, yeah, you already know. I feel your excitement. Now, the association disclosed as part of its latest update that the new chain hopes to find a balance between offering low fees to users and helping burn SHIB to reduce its supply. Man, that's the biggest thing, right? The target would be to burn over a cent on each transaction while keeping fees low. Like I said, I haven't been deep diving into Shiba Inu, but I've been listening. And one thing that I have noticed is they have a particular focus on that shopping, that e-commerce aspect. I believe not too long ago, there's a Shopify plugin that allows you to use Shiba Inu as a form of currency. Shiba Inu has also popped up in some very interesting places on the geopolitical stage. Not to take it that deep, but alongside that story, I saw this morning, and yeah, we're not even going to get into that. Even though I did say I felt that there was going to be something coming at the end of the year because there's just too much of a blank space on the charts. And we're still in a downtrend, and yeah, again, that's not the focus of this video, but I have my own feelings about Shiba Inu. There are a couple videos on the channel, if you dig through, a couple years ago, where I talked about the significance of the Shiba Inu dog itself. All right, it gets real deep. Japan's involved. Yeah, long story. Don't want to get into it. Let's finish this off, okay? So we're going to talk about the consensus model, all right? I'm going to learn you a little bit. So another improvement to the SHIB focus chain would bring is fairer reward models for network participants. The chain will also use a proof of participation consensus model, ensuring a fairer distribution of tokens compared to proof of work and proof of stake networks. So yes, a consensus model can easily be understood as the way a chain or a ledger conducts its business, right? You have your proof of work, you have your proof of stake. VeChain uses proof of authority. Solana uses proof of history. Simply, these consensus models dictates how transactions are made on a particular chain. Proof of participation kind of sounds like if you can verify that you were here, then you're good, you're solid. There's more details to come out about it, but it's an interesting concept. I'd really be interested on reading that white paper. Yeah, this simply says more information will be available shortly, and everything is still in its early stages. That's probably the biggest part right there, is that everything is still in its early stages. But if this is the direction that they are looking to take, again, my interest, my point of focus would be the retail applications. All right. And even when I remember hearing stories about Shiba Inu getting involved with the metaverse and DeFi, right? They were always focused on the lower end of the payment spectrum, and not lower end as in, as a form of disrespect, but micropayments would be the better term. And if they can start, if they can facilitate that, that'd be very interesting. So again, Shiba Inu at this price point, we're talking about getting into Doge before Doge became Doge. We're in an interesting point in this market, guys, and I'm putting together a theory, and it's, interestingly enough, centered around Japan and their ability to time the market. All right, I'm just going, that's really how it's coming out. The video was supposed to come out this weekend, but as I got more into it, I realized, oh no, this is going to take a little bit more time, because I just want the theory to make sense. It's a 1% theory, and to sum it up right now, I believe Japan has the ability to time the market. Okay, they just know where the bottom is, because they always seem to enter a new market or enter a market right after its biggest crash and then suddenly transform that market. All right, again, it's a bit wild, but I'm telling you, there's something to it. I've been doing the research, I've been doing the digging, and yeah, Japan looking to embrace Dogecoin's dog statue in November. It's not even Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. It's the dog itself, right? The breed of dog. I'm about to nerd out for a few seconds. So if you look at certain points in history, this dog is significant during times of transformation in Japan. I mean, this feels like a point of transformation to me. I'm just saying. But I don't want to rant on too much about Shiba Inu. I was looking at Stellar's price earlier, but let's pull up Shiba Inu. All right. Stellar, that's a different video. Price is down. Bad. Oh, Lord. But that's just because the whole market is coming down. Shib's not doing much better, down 4% today. And I genuinely feel this is reacting to the events. So we're still going to get developments. The world is going to keep rotating, but we're still going to get positive developments. So you can just look at this. We're about to enter a fire sale, if that's the case, genuinely. And I hope, here's something else to keep in mind too. If we are about to go into another market pullback, a stiff pullback, I just hope Shiba Inu got their money where it needs to be to survive these bear market conditions. I learned in this previous cycle how the mechanics of the bear market can affect even the largest crypto companies. So I'm really hoping that Shiba Inu, they got that cheese stored away and they are ready for this, because yeah, whole market's down about 2%, 1.5%, but news is just starting to circulate about this. And as long as the U.S. doesn't get involved, and again, Shiba Inu leads response to Israel-Palestine call for peace. Yeah, I haven't even read this yet. Let's see what's going on here. So, in a thread on X, Kusama expressed gratitude for the concerns about his safety and well-being of his family and the Shiba Inu team. He acknowledged that amid the Israel-Palestine conflict, his thoughts turned to the latest violence. I am well, and from what I can tell, my small family, extended family, and friends are also well too. He pointed out the irony that two groups claiming devotion to the same divine power found themselves locked in a cycle of hatred, the tragic loss of innocent lives, whether spotlighted or private, raised questions about humanity's shared destiny. Yeah, this just gets really, really deep here. I'm not about to get into the discussion of that. Again, this is not that type of video. It's a crypto channel. Okay? There's plenty of videos discussing it right now, the reasons why, what it's going to lead to, what it's not going to lead to. I'm just concerned with the United States getting involved because within hours of the attack, okay? And what's funnily enough, and you can feel free to leave the video if you want at this point, but I woke up that morning early, very early. I was shocked out of my sleep. Okay? Weird times, man. But that's all for this one. Again, Shiba Inu is coming out with that blockchain. And if that's the case, if they are successful and if they survive this next cycle, we could be looking at the next Dogecoin. And this solidifies it for me. So with that being said, if you found value, you know what I need you to do. I need you to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so that way you don't miss the next one. And as always, I want you to have a great day. Have a prosperous day. And always remember, if that money is digital, so is the hustle. I'm Wade Teamer. I'll see you in the next one.